Vibranium, I can never get soft. I move squares, trying not to get boxed.
Banana Roku, bitch. Yes, sir.
Bitch ass.
Comeoutside series. The ultimate NBA fan debate. Start off with the intros. It's your boy Nicholas K, podcast point guard.
It's your boy Bex, podcast 6 man. We back. It's been a minute.
Oh, welcome back, Bex, by the way. Welcome back. Yes, sir.
Yeah, welcome back, Bex.
Yes,
It's
sir.
been a long time, innit?
In the presidential suite. Yes, sir.
Man, like your friendly neighborhood sweeter man. I go by. Shut up, man. Man's doing intro, bro. What's the respect, bro?
My bad, bro. Do your thing.
What's the respect? Yeah, what was I going by? Mr. Worldwide, Mr. Everywhere but Nowhere. You get me?
AKA Pitbull. All right, Cam, AKA Mr. AKA the man in the middle. Let's get it.
Two special guests. Take the floor, man.
My name is Alfred, aka Ralph, aka Andretti, aka Horsepower on the polo.
Horsepower.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
I'm a Raptors fan, so that's just a little bit about me.
Oh yeah, that's a good shot.
Championship cloth, baby.
All right, it's your boy Dre, aka Mr. Got It All. You feel me? Ready to bring it to the podcast on a 10-day contract, future rookie of the year. You know what's up?
Yes, sir. All right, so basically, this is the Come Outside series. Everyone needs to vent, basically. The group chat is going off. Agenda is set. So man just came here to press record and let's talk about it. I don't know where you guys want to start. I don't know.
Ralph's got a question for you.
Go for it, bro.
I'm a follower. I'm a fan of the Banana Bro crew and of the guys.
Respect.
And I know that there are some Lakers fans and the members, and I just want to know how come Lakers, the coverage doesn't seem to be the same. Lakers went on a 5-game losing streak. On the 5th game, I woke up 6 a.m. I see them talking about other teams, nothing about the Lakers. What's up with that? Can you guys shed some light on that for me?
I kick it off. Basically, well, I don't think it's that much of a big deal, personally.
Oh, you don't think the 5-game loss streak is a big deal for the defending champions, bro?
No, not when you put in the context of AD sitting out, not having Schroeder, Kuzma in and out. Our teammate really did.
How many losing streaks was the Raptors having when they won the championship? How many losing streaks did you have?
Talk to that nigga.
Just brother, man.
Listen,
shameless.
Bro. Listen, man. Don't worry about that. We won the ting, bro. We won the ting. You guys are defending champions, bro. You guys are LeBron, AD, man. I don't think that looks good, bro.
I mean, it's a weird season, fam. Like, them man are tired in it. So for me, like, really and truly, the way it works with the podcast is any one of us can log on and do the agenda thing in it. Okay, but we usually try and keep it clean. If we go on a Laker winning streak, you won't hear Pim from us because we're humble and we're polite. And we're
I never even put that there.
I don't know if I can trust that, but I'll go look at it. I'll go look at the record.
All I'm saying is during that losing streak, Nick changed the password, didn't it? So,
shut up, man.
We had no access, cuz. Man was
tweeting. That week was fantastic. One hand, Laker pack. The other hand, Celtics pack. It was wonderful. Double barrel. So I have another question for the Lakers guys. So during that streak, LeBron was playing a lot. Are you guys worried about LeBron putting all this time in now? Do you think that might affect him come June?
That's a good question. Monks?
Hey, fam, listen, at some point you do get a little bit concerned, but at the end of the day, it's LeBron James. And like, really and truly, fam, the day it comes that I see him play a playoff game and look washed is the day I'll get real concerned because it's been so long. And we keep doing this, like, repeated, like, Wash King stuff. And he's playing a lot of minutes, really and truly. But this guy doesn't seem to, even when we were losing those games, his numbers stayed consistent. You know what I mean? I haven't seen him, besides that one year when he tweaked his groin and he missed like 30-something games, I haven't seen that guy miss a step. He looks a little bit slower sometimes on defense and he's a bit lazier, but it seems like he's load managing in games. People keep saying that shit. Like he's taking plays off, he's taking it easy. So I'm not too worried. I mean, obviously you want to have AD there to carry the load, but bro, like the guy wants to play. You can't really sit him out if he wants to do double overtime back to back games. It's his prerogative. He should be making those shots if he doesn't want to play all those minutes. Really and truly.
And hold it right there, because the man has joined himself. I'll let you introduce yourself, bro. Introduce yourself and let the people know what team you're supporting as well, bro.
So, name's Prevails. Don't know. I'm a CP3 fan.
Oh,
CP3
wow.
stat. CP3 stat. I mean, just it. So, my guy will always be the Phoenix Suns. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you follow. Oh, so you follow wherever CP
This
goes.
guy's
I
a
actually didn't
rotating fan.
I'm a fan of good basketball, bro. That's what I call it.
Bro, I actually didn't know that's what you were on still. I didn't know you were on a
I'm a
CP.
fan of good basketball.
Okay, well, since we're on the CP stand topic, the other day, the man were arguing. The other day, the man were arguing about the man were arguing about CP's legacy. So, basically, since you've just joined, and obviously you're the stand, we'll let you introduce how you view his legacy, and then everyone else can chime in there.
Well, for anybody that doesn't know, my last name is also Paul. So I've always said that this guy is my cousin from like high school time, from time. So I mean, his family. I have to go for my family. But even besides that, from this man came in the league. This man is an everyday, like, he's our height, bro. Well, not our height, because all of us are the same height. But this man is like 6.
Whoa, be careful, bro.
Whoa.
It's a touchy topic. That's a touchy topic for certain man. Whoa.
But he's everyday height, bro. And this man has been consistently, every team he goes to, he raises the caliber of that team. And if it's ever questionable, you can see the teams that he leaves, they automatically do 10 times worse after he leaves, bro. So his impact can never be understated. When he went to the Rockets, he did it. When he went to OKC, he did it. When he's drafted into New Orleans. When he went to the Clippers, everywhere this man goes, greatness follows. And this man is a everyday, like, he's not jumping out of the gym. He's not doing these all la ray. No, very by the books. And this man brings up the value of any and every team that he goes to. And he's been doing that consistently for longer than a decade. Come on, bro.
May I pose a question to Sir Jabez Paul?
Go right ahead.
Sir Paul, if I may. Why the man can't win a lick, brethren?
I
am win nothing.
You.
Greatness, where, brethren? Greatness.
Yo.
Okay. So I have a question, right? I want people to tell me like what person is winning championships like by themselves, right? If you're put in a position where you're a great player, you're on a dead team, right? You raise the level of the team. How high of a level can one person raise the team? Seriously, people bring the debate. You can't even say like Jordan, because why? We have Jordan, we got Pippen, we got Rodman. That's a stack. Those are Hall of Famers. Any like Clay, Durant.
You can say LeBron though. You can say LeBron.
Braun.
I can say
Braun.
You can't
even say Braun. You can't even say Braun.
Nah, you can say Braun, bro.
The thing is, he did. No, that's true. He did take them out. He did take them to the finals. But the difference is that Braun's the way that Braun plays and the way that CP3 plays is just different. Like, I agree that Braun overall like is able to contribute, like especially defensively. Like LeBron has more, like his physical ability like sets him apart. Like his athleticism sets him apart. Like those are the things that set him apart, that allow him to be able to, like, we class him as a small forward. Like Braun, like you could class him with like Durant, Kawhi, Giannis, like that grouping. With something like Chris Paul's skill and ability and his consistency over like for this long, like the fact that he even brought DeAndre Ayton and like his defensive level up to the point that they're actually competing. Like Devin Booker is balling. Like Chris Paul, like he's dedicated to like essentially lifting the team. And I feel as though if we've not seen a point guard with this kind of longevity and this kind of skill, like since we won't talk about it since like Tony Parker.
Even to add to that, LeBron still couldn't win a ring until he was with other solid quality people as well. So let's
Hey,
not.
hold on. Let me.
Fam, he did not
Go
Hold
Ralph,
on,
go
hold
Ralph,
on.
go
Bro,
Ralph,
come
go
on,
Ralph.
come on.
Land, bro.
I think Ralph's about to do
I
it.
just no. Listen. Okay. The thing is, you guys are talking about positions, right? Right. And if you guys want to talk about the position, like Chris Paul, obviously like one of the best point guards of all time, blah blah blah, whatever. But if we're talking about as an NBA player, as an athlete in the NBA player, Chris Paul, his resume could never look at LeBron, bro. Like you can't even mention them in the same sentence, bro. Like it's not comparable, fam. Like you can't because
That's a difficult. That's obviously a difficult litmus test. I think as far as like, this is the thing with people like Chris Paul. When you don't win championships, it makes it easy for people to decrease your value. You know what I mean? And it takes away from a lot of what Chris Paul's done. If Chris Paul was playing with Tony Parker and Ginobili and them, man, he's probably picking up a championship.
Yeah, it's probably
one or two times along the way.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
If David Stern doesn't nix that trade, the Lakers probably have another chip somewhere along the line.
100%, 100%.
So there's a lot of extraneous variables.
Obviously.
At 6 foot, at 6 foot, like Dre's saying, there's only so much you can do. I think if we're ranking point guards, man, like if you keep it a buck, like if you really keep it a buck, strip away all that championship shit because there's so many extraneous variables.
Yeah,
How many point guards in our generation have been better than that guy?
Okay, so then that's fine with me. The thing is, I could like if we're talking about point guards, cool. Like, but we still can't compare Chris Paul to LeBron, though, guys. Like, we can't do that. Like,
no, okay,
I think we're sliding.
Yeah, because to be fair, what I stated originally when I posed that was that in terms of consistency and in terms of just like being skilled at their position, at being great at what they do, I would say like his consistency is comparable to LeBron. I'm not saying necessarily that Chris Paul and LeBron James could be compared in basketball, because even if there was a one-on-one situation, we know the result. I don't care how many mid-range shots that Chris Paul can hit. Like
I don't know, Jabez, have you got them in the same WhatsApp group, fam? Because I think you did in the chat. So I want to put that out there.
Yo, come on, bro. Like they're not in the same WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
like,
Ralph is passionate for a reason.
The skill, first of all, and the resume. Like the resume. You guys could say like, okay, Chris Paul wasn't on dead teams, bro. That's his choice, bro. You made that choice because you thought, as a basketball player, you had the ability to carry this team to a championship. If you felt that you didn't have the ability to carry a team to a championship, you wouldn't stay with that team. You go with better men.
I gotta cut in here. This is a false argument, guys. Chris Paul played with a prime Blake Griffin, with a DeAndre Jordan. They were
doing
Chris Paul played with a 14 and 14. Played with a 14 and 14.
Played with James Harden.
He played with James Harden. The man has played with teams. I don't know.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. So let me ask you something about this Lob City team, right?
Yes, boss.
Right?
Let's address this Lob City team.
Right?
You mean the sixth man of the year 3 times in a row as well?
Let's be real, right?
And Hall of Fame coach Doc Rivers, that one.
Doc Rivers.
No, Doc Rivers is not a Hall of Fame coach, bro. Like, I mean, he quote unquote is, but I don't know, bro.
You're not lying.
You're lying.
Is Doc Rivers a Hall of Fame? Is Doc Rivers better than Eric Spoelstra?
Wait. Let's finish this. Wait. Yeah, let's finish this first, and then we'll get into the coach thing. But yeah, go on, Drake, and then we'll just hear from Jabez after.
Yeah, I'm going to argue that Blake Griffin, after he left the Clippers, is way more skilled than he was on the Clippers. Blake Griffin literally had the dunks. Every Lob City dunks. Seriously?
I don't agree with that.
I feel like
Blake was doing handles.
Right? I feel like Blake Griffin right now. Blake Griffin is prior to this whole injury situation. When he first arrived at the Pistons, Blake Griffin was doing dribbles. She had the 3, had 7 threes a game. Like he putting up the mid range. It was a different type of game. Like I feel like that was Blake Griffin like really in his bag. DeAndre Jordan, I can't speak on.
All right. 2013, 2014 roster, real quick. Matt Barnes, Reggie Bullock, Darren Collinson, Jamal Crawford, Glenn Davis, Jared Danny Granger, Willie Green, Blake Griffin, Ryan Hollins, Stephen Jackson, Antoine Jameson, DeAndre Jordan, Harris Mollis, Brian Mullins, Chris Paul, JJ Redick, Ido Turkoglu, Sasha Vujacic, and some.
What year is the? What year is this?
Warriors in
2013,
four. Warriors
2014.
in four.
Danny Granger.
Warriors in four.
Danny
Danny Granger was on the back end. Yeah,
He was on the back
I'm gonna
end,
look at
yeah.
him, but there's a list of vets and pieces there. I'm just saying that's a team.
Reddick Crawford.
What?
Reddick Crawford, Chris Paul, DeAndre
Tito?
Jordan. Blake
Nah,
Griffin.
you guys need to let this Chris
You know?
Paul thing. Nah, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
Bezzy, let's hear from the
hang on,
stand.
guys.
Nah,
Let's hear from the stand. Let's hear from the stand. Let's hear
Bro,
from the
bro,
stand.
bro.
Look, bro, to LeBron, nah, bro.
Okay, hold on, yo. Again, relax. So, here's my thing, bro. Even with LeBron, let's keep it a buck. LeBron was definitely putting up numbers. He was definitely showing why he was the king while he was in Cleveland. Yes. But when was the first time LeBron won a ring? With Wade, right?
Yeah.
As great as LeBron is,
Like he went to the finals before that. He went to the finals with Bobs.
No, but we're not talking about finals. We're talking about actually completing.
First,
Finishing.
you have to before you complete. You have to reach there first. You got to get to the finals.
Why are you not talking about finals, Bezzy? Is it
Sound like you're
because
throwing
Chris
a gal, fam.
Paul's never been there?
Relax. This is my argument. Relax.
Chris Paul's never been there.
This is my argument. Yo, you're taking me off base. As I'm saying, LeBron did not win anything until he had a big three, bro. So as great as LeBron is, bro, even he needed like substantial players beside him to like take him over that hump.
Yeah,
Chris Paul, no, listen. Every team,
land.
yo, relax. Every team that Chris Paul has been on, except the Rockets, he has been arguably the best player on that team. You bring up like that whole Blake Griffin. When he was there, Blake Griffin only could dunk. Blake didn't have that much like post moves. He didn't have a dribble at all. Every team besides the Rockets that Chris Paul
even on the Rockets, that series against Golden State, we might have to have a debate about who was the player, who was the best player.
He was the player of that series.
We might have to have a debate.
Yeah, he actually was. Until he busted his hammy, he was cooking.
Right.
He was really cooking.
He was cooking, yeah.
And see, and that's the other thing, bro. It's like, again, there's all this like mystery surrounded like around LeBron, and now he sleeps in like this like cryogenic like chamber or something like so he can whatever the case is, bro. We can't deny that Chris Paul definitely has had like injuries. Like even as a fan, bro, it gets very like monotonous when it's like, oh, we get to like the semifinals or the quarterfinals, and he broke his hand 1 year. The next year, it's like he pulled the hammy. The next year, it's like he broke his hand again. I'm like, bro, you're making this so hard. You're making
bro, if you supported LeBron, bro, you'd be so much happier, fam. So much happier. Just switch your alliances.
Honestly, I just had a conversation. I was like, yo, LeBron and Harden, they some sturdy boys right there.
Some sturdy boys.
They take care of their bodies.
I think we.
Yeah, you see Harden at the beginning of the season. Take care of what?
Yeah, no, we do. Chris Paul, like he's got Phoenix second in the West. We might need to give that man his flowers because.
And he
we do. The thing is that
he took a stacked Rockets like to Game 7, bro. Like let's not.
If he play that Game 7, boy, them Warriors.
I think we all agree that Chris Paul is obviously one of the greatest point guards we've ever seen, and he's a dope player. But I think it's just when we start to compare and when we start talking about the upper echelon,
but hang on,
upper echelon, then that's when
you
it
talk
comes
about guys who make. You see the way LeBron makes everyone better. Like after LeBron, CP is in that list of guys.
CP is right up there, bro.
Yeah, that's
true.
The
people that make the rest of their team better. It's like it's LeBron, and then there's a gap. But then CP3 might be the very next level.
But the thing is, once they're at the same point, like in that level, now we have to look at, okay, now what else can this person do and compare that. LeBron can take over, bro. LeBron's like, all right, I've helped you guys enough. You're not doing it. I'm taking over. And he'll actually take over for like 4-3 games. He'll just take over the entire team. You cannot trust Chris Paul.
I've even seen
Hey, Chris
take
Paul
over
Kevin Durant
3-4 games in a series.
I'll never forget when I saw that shit.
Personally, it just doesn't make sense. LeBron is not regular. Like
LeBron is 6'9", 250, bro.
And like his athleticism, his physicality, just like when you even like you said, like you get them to the same level and you look at what else is like 9 inches and like 150, like 125 pounds.
That's what it is. Exactly. For Chris Paul, that's what it is.
Exactly.
Chris Paul,
but I saw Lowry 2 years ago now be able to affect games, even though they were playing against a depleted Warriors team. Defensively, offensively, like.
Oh, you lagging, Kerr?
The resume, no, bro, don't put Lowry in sentence again, fam. I'm talking about Kyle Lowry, right? Lowry can elevate his game in different ways, like Chris Paul can't. Do you know what I mean? I think it goes, like, you have to be able to push yourself above, and Chris Paul always falls short, bro. Like, it could be the body, it could be like the teammates doing guy, it could be whatever it is, bro. Like, there's always something with Chris Paul, and they can't always be something. They can't always be something. They can't be an excuse every time, bro.
When you're playing the Warriors,
I was gonna say it's life. It's life.
Nah, bro.
That guy had the Warriors on the ropes. Yeah, the Warriors.
It's life.
The Warriors.
It's life,
bro.
bro.
He had them on the ropes, but he didn't finish the job.
Doesn't matter.
Bro.
Yeah, you can have him on the ropes. You didn't knock him out. You didn't knock him out.
Yo, okay, so let me ask you something, right? Let me ask you something, right? Not Kawhi. I'm sorry, I was getting to Kawhi, but Kyle Lowry, you be knocking him out, right? He ain't had Kawhi to do a 1-2 and pick up the slack, right? That wasn't Kyle Lowry AC and doing the bricks and niggas. So,
No, but when it came down to it, Lowry knocked him out. Like, Lowry knocked down his shots. His defense was crazy.
No, but has Lowry not had a narrative of being trash in the playoffs for a very long time prior to them winning?
Bro,
but the thing is,
he crosses the line, and the resume.
It was always something until Kawhi came, and then suddenly there was nothing anymore.
He called it, brother.
Right. The thing is, Kyle Lowry still affects the game in other ways that don't count on the stat sheet.
I agree.
I can't say the same thing for Chris Paul. So even at that same height of 6 foot, like, he's still affecting the game, bro. Like, not as well as Chris Paul, obviously, but he's still affecting the game. But don't say that just because Chris Paul is 6 foot, that's his limitation, bro. There's still guards out here doing that.
Okay, I hear you, but you said
nobody said that.
But you just said he's not affecting the game as good as Chris Paul.
No. Yeah, he's not. Oh, yeah, bro. I'm not good. Yeah, Kyle Lowry's not as good as Chris Paul. I think
Kyle Lowry ain't getting Phoenix.
That's how that was the tone of the
intangibles.
I wasn't saying Kyle Lowry's better than Chris Paul.
Okay, just making sure.
Nobody, that's blasphemous.
Just making sure.
But what Mongs is saying that is Chris Paul. No. He says that Chris Paul sometimes. What's the point? Chris Paul doesn't even Chris Paul sometimes falls short, and that's what I agree with. That Chris Paul sometimes falls short, where Kyle Lowry will step up sometimes.
Yeah.
So we've seen Kyle Lowry. We've seen Kyle Lowry.
If my leg breaks, is that my fault, bro? Nah.
Hey, bro, it be your own, fam.
Bro, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm sure he's missed as many playoff series from injuries as he's played in actual playoff series. That guy does have a really unlucky streak. Those Clippers teams were severely depleted year on year.
The Houston one, the Game 7 one, when his hammy went on. I'm like, fam.
That was peak. That was peak.
Yeah. That doesn't happen. That's a risk.
That's part of the occupation, though. That's part of
it's my job.
The job, bro. The best ability is availability. I hear that still.
That's facts. Yo, that's facts. That's a great closing argument. All right, let's move on. What's the next agenda? What's the next one? Are we talking about coaches or?
Westbrook is trash. I just need to say.
Oh wait, okay. Let's talk about Russ. No, let's talk about Westbrook. All right. You gotta respect Westbrook.
Vibranium, I can never get soft. I move squares, trying not to get boxed. In the last quarter, could've won awards for my trap prowess. I was turning turnover all mad hours, reminiscing about the days I used to have hours. Hit 2 licks in like 2 hours. You gon' need a brown box and some cute flowers.